Okay, so welcome back. This is lecture 3 and the last lecture of basic concepts. And this is for CMA Intermediate December 2022 attempt. ठीक है, ये है December 2022 attempt के लिए. और आपका फाइनेंस एक्ट है फाइनेंस एक्ट 2021. ओके, right. I'm just going where we had ended last. Right. So this is where we had to continue. So we talked about that case law, isn't it? तो ये वाला केस लॉ हमने बात किए थे. तो इसके बाद हम नेक्स्ट टॉपिक में जाएंगे जो है टैक्स प्लानिंग, टैक्स इवेजन, टैक्स अवॉइडेंस एंड टैक्स मैनेजमेंट. और एक भी होता है which is called as tax management. So we are going to talk about tax planning, tax evasion, tax avoidance and tax management. Okay, so first of all, what is tax planning? Okay, so tax planning basically is whatever we all do. Okay, so we all try to invest some money to reduce our tax. Okay, so whatever is legally allowed, right, we follow those procedures for planning our tax. So this is called as tax planning. So you're reducing your tax liability but fully by legal means. Okay, you're making use of exemptions, deductions, okay, and all those things. So that is your tax planning. Okay, this is the normal thing which all of us do. All salaried employees, they resort to tax planning, right? Because you invest certain amount and all, your tax gets reduced, right? And so that is basically your tax planning, the general thing. Now, what is tax evasion? Next is tax evasion. So this is something which is illegal. Okay. So here you are reducing tax liability here also, but you are doing something illegal. Okay. So when you talk about profits and gains of business or profession, you can, to reduce your profit, what can you do? You can show more expenses. Okay. So you can inflate your expenses, right? And so, or you can, what you can do is you can suppress your income as well. So all those things, they come under tax evasion. So where you are concealing your income, okay, and reducing your tax liability. So obviously tax evasion is illegal, obvious. Okay, तो यहाँ पे ये मैं बोलूंगा, इसमें आपका टैक्स प्लानिंग क्या है जो हम लोग करते हैं जनरली, कि आप इन्वेस्टमेंट्स वगैरह करते हैं, राइट, और हाउस रेंट वगैरह का जो HRA वगैरह का डिडक्शन के लिए हम क्लेम करते हैं, हाउस रेंट रिसीट्स वगैरह देके, वो सब लीगल है, लेजिटिमेट डिडक्शंस है, और आप टैक्स कम कर रहे हैं थ्रू लीगल प्रोसीजर्स. सो वो आपका टैक्स प्लानिंग है. ओके, सो नो, इवेजन में भी आप वही कर रहे हैं, कम कर रहे हैं. इवेजन में भी आप टैक्स लायबिलिटी कम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आप गलत तरीके यूज कर रहे हैं. ओके, यू आर यूजिंग रॉन्ग वेज, ठीक है, और कुछ इनकम कंसील कर रहे हैं, ओके, या एक्सपेंस ज्यादा दिखा रहे हैं. इन द एंड what you are doing is you are making sure that you are paying lesser tax than you should pay. So that's why tax evasion is illegal. Okay, these are the two things. First, a complete opposite, tax planning and tax evasion. Okay, the next is tax avoidance. Okay, so this is something which is between these two. ठीक है, जो आपका जो tax avoidance जो है, it is actually, it comes between these two, tax planning and tax evasion. Okay, it's not purely evasion also, ठीक है, it's not purely planning also. ठीक है, तो ये है क्या? So what is this tax avoidance? Okay, so here what the SSC is doing is taking advantage of loopholes. ठीक है, is taking advantage of loopholes in the act, right? See, we know that Now, Income Tax Act is far from being perfect. Okay, that's why you are having amendments every year, right? Because it is still not perfect. In many cases, the many things which are written, they are ambiguous. Okay, you cannot end up with a certain meaning of it. Then many people, they know that, okay, if I do this, then the law doesn't have anything particular to catch me. Okay, so if you know the law very well, only then you can go ahead with tax avoidance, or your, maybe it's possible that your CA or someone is helping you with it. Okay, so here basically whatever you are doing, it is not illegal. Okay, but you know that the intention of the legislature was not there in the, not that in the act. The intention was something else, but what has been written, the meaning is not coming out clearly, and you are making use of it. You're getting the point. So which is why if a case is put on you, nobody can prove that you have done anything illegal because you have followed the law. Okay, but then what happens is once these kind of cases are decided, then there comes an amendment so to plug that gap. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्या बोला मैंने, टैक्स अवॉइडेंस क्या होता है, तीसरा चीज जो हमने देखिए, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है चारों, इसीलिए मैं स्लोली समझा रहा हूँ आपको, ठीक है। टैक्स अवॉइडेंस में आप क्या करते हैं कि आप लॉ को ही फॉलो करते हैं, लेकिन यू रीड बिटवीन द लाइंस। लॉ को आप इस तरह से यूज करते हैं कि कई चीज, अभी भी कई काफी प्रोविजन है जिसके क्लियर मीनिंग निकल के नहीं आते। ओके, उसको इंटरप्रेट किया जाता है तभी पता चलता है। ओके, तो ऐसी चीजों का आप यूज करते हैं, ठीक है, तो उससे आपका टैक्स बच जाता है। आपको मालूम है कि ये जो प्रोविजन है इसका इंटेंशन वो है, बट आपको ये भी मालूम है कि अगर किसी ने केस डाला तो ये जो प्रोविजन में जो लिखा है इससे वो मीनिंग निकल के नहीं आता, तो आपको कोई पकड़ नहीं सकता, ये आपको मालूम है। ओके, सो ये है, तो है ना, टैक्स अवॉइडेंस में आपका जो, आपकी जो सोच है वो गलत है, ठीक है, लेकिन लीगली यू आर नॉट रॉन्ग, कोई आपको पकड़ नहीं सकता। ओके, तो टैक्स प्लानिंग में ऐसा कुछ छोटे मोटे केसेस तो कोई देखता नहीं है, कुछ ऐसे बड़े केसेस वगैरह आ गए, देन एन अमेंडमेंट कम्स और वो उसको जो मीनिंग को क्लियर किया जाता है, ठीक है, ताकि अगली बार ऐसा ना। ओके, सो दिस इज योर टैक्स avoidance. So basically what you are doing, you're following the law, but you are doing something which is not correct. Okay, so you can see most of the amendments follow because of this. Okay, and in tax avoidance there are two thoughts. Okay, see, in India always it is said to be legal. Why? Because it is legal, the person is following the law. Okay, so there is nothing to be illegal, so it is legal. The only thing is the person is not, his thinking is not right. Okay, he knows that, I mean, this provision, the meaning of this provision is to do this, but because the meaning is not coming out, he's taking advantage of it. But whatever be it, we follow the law book. If he has not gone against the law book, then he is correct. Basic thing. Okay, so in India, there is no punishment for tax avoidance, only that to plug it, some amendments come and it gets plugged later on. Okay, but in some other countries, okay, it is there is a thought that it should be prohibited because the person is thinking something wrong, so that should be questioned. So as such, for tax avoidance there is no such punishment globally. Okay, but it is said that, I mean, such person should be questioned on it. That is one more thought worldwide. Okay, but in India it is very clear for us. Okay, it's as per the book, so there is nothing wrong with it. Legally he has done nothing wrong. Got it? समझ में आ गया आपको टैक्स अवॉइडेंस क्या है करके? ओके, so लास्ट जो चीज है वो है टैक्स मैनेजमेंट. मेन कॉन्सेप्ट्स आर these three. Now tax management is nothing but what happens is, now every company, they have a tax department internally, right? So every company has a tax department. Okay, so what, so in the tax department they have certain number of employees. Okay, one employee will fill all returns, another employee, if anything has to be, if someone has to go and deposit some money to the government, that work he'll do. Okay, they will have a finance manager heading them here. Like that, there will be a team. So this team, what it does is, it does all the tax compliance of the company. Okay, so there's something called a tax calendar. You would have heard of it. You might have seen it also. It's called as tax calendar. Tax calendar means it just shows you what are the various categories of returns which you have to fill on various dates. Okay, starting from April 1st to March 31st. That there are the dates. So normally for indirect taxation, it is more required because you have to do something every month in filing indirect taxation. Okay. In direct taxation, there are some specific dates where you have to do that. Okay, filing of return and all that. So this work which the department does, this is which department? The company's department. I'm not talking about the income tax department. Okay, this is the company's tax department. So this is called as tax management. Okay, the tax management is the duty of the SSC. If they have got good tax management department, then what will be the advantages? They will pay everything on time, so no penalty. They will save on penalty, okay, and they might save on interest, on late fee, and all those things. There will be many savings, okay, and their name also will be good. So think of anything. For example, if you talk about, say, offenders like Vijay Mallya and all that, the public do not have a good opinion on them, right? If tomorrow it comes to know that any big businessman, say even Ambani or anyone, they have done some big tax embezzlement, your opinion will not be good about him, right? And gradually, it's also possible many people start boycotting their products. Okay, so which is why if they keep tax very transparent, it is good for their business as well. Okay. So this is your tax management. Okay. Let's proceed. Right. So it's the same thing what I've told you, filing of return and all that. Whatever is to be done, tax procedures of a company. Okay. Company or any organized SSC. Okay. An individual might not need tax management as such. Okay. So this will be whatever is done throughout the year by any organized SSC. Okay. So normally they will have a team for that. Okay. And it has to be done with diligence, considered as the duty. Of course, it is there. And it also, if they do not do this properly, their image will also take a hit. ठीक है, तो ये है आपका टैक्स मैनेजमेंट, जो हर कंपनी का जो टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट, उनका खुद का जो टैक्स टीम होता है, ठीक है, टैक्स फाइनेंस मैनेजर होता है, उनके अंडर जो लोग होते हैं, राइट, जो वो लोग टैक्स कैलेंडर फॉलो करते हैं, कब कब क्या क्या रिटर्न भरना है और भरते हैं, वो उसको बोलते हैं टैक्स मैनेजमेंट. ओके, दैट इज द फोर्थ वन. सो दिस वन इज लिटिल डिफरेंट देन द अबव थ्री. ओके, ठीक है, चलो देन. So next point is diversion and application of income. Okay. Now both diversion and application of income are very, very close. Okay, but there is a difference, and there is a sure shot difference. Okay. So now in diversion, what happens? You see this figure here. Okay, here you can see that your income, this is income due and received. Okay, so before this is received, now here when the arrow goes up, this means before it is received. Okay, before it, if it is received through any law or anything, for any reason, it gets diverted at source. That is, this income doesn't fall in your hands, but it is diverted due to any law or anything. Okay, by any authority, it gets diverted without it becoming due. That is called diversion of income. Okay, so this is not taxable because your income did not become due. Your income has to get due to be taxed. That's why diversion. So there will be very, very few instances of diversion. Okay, so only some legal authorities and all, they can divert it, or sometimes due to some standing instructions given. Okay, it can be diverted. Okay, so there will be very, very few instances of diversion. So basically, what is the thing you have to see in diversion is, before your income is due, it was diverted at source. Okay, and it is not taxable. Now second is application of income. So your income has become due. Now after this, You can do anything, right? You might be getting your salaries, okay, or your parents might be getting their salaries. After that, what do? Okay, you're after getting the salary, you buy your ration, kirana, whatever. Okay, all you might pay for your rent, right? All that. So all those are applications of income. So you will not be getting any deductions for that. Okay, for any expense which you do from your salary, will you get deduction? No, that is the application of your income. Okay, so there is no deduction for application of income. Okay, so these are the two things. Okay, diversion is not like liability, Kanagaraj. Okay, liability is something, where you are a person. Okay, you, if you have incurred an expense or something, then you have to pay it in future. If you have to pay it, you have acknowledged it, then it becomes your liability. Here no one is asking you. Here nobody is asking you. Basically, before the income comes to you, it is getting diverted. Okay, there's one example is like you have um, there was an act of exemption from taxation. Okay, so by that act, like uh, if you donated, so I'm just forgetting the name of that act. Okay, so it's basically if you wanted to donate any money through that act, okay, then it was considered as a diversion of income, and you were not taxed. So there will be only very specific cases, okay, where it will be a diversion. Otherwise, even if you want to give it to say some anath ashram or charity like that, okay, it will still be an application. You have received your income, and then you, by your own free will, are applying it. Okay, so everything 99% everything will be your 99.9% will be application. There will be very few things where your income will not come to your hands. It normally can happen through application of law. Okay, right. So right, so now we'll go ahead. Right, so here the first one is, let us see. So in this, so yeah, this is a very good example of diversion. Okay, this is another example of diversion, and it is without application of law. Okay, so now here see, you have got A, B, and C. Three people are co-authors of a book. They have authored it together, but publisher gave the money to A, 6 lakhs. Now A has paid 2 lakh to B and 2 lakhs to C. Okay, one third, one third, one third. But publisher gave it to him, so that 4 lakh which he was holding, it was not in his own name, correct? Okay, so when he has paid this 2 lakhs and 2 lakhs to this, it is nothing but diversion of income, because it was not his income in the first place. Okay, so this will be called as a diversion of income. Okay, there can be some examples of it, but we've got very few examples. Normally it will happen through um, application of any law. Okay, because any person cannot stop any other person's salary from being credited. Okay, so normally a second person will not have a right to stop salaries. Okay, only the law can intervene and do that. Okay, right, so then this is one, and then application of income is discharge of an obligation after the income reaches you. Okay? In short, there's nothing much in it. Okay, and what can be your obligation? Whatever you want. Okay, you want to pay rent, that is an obligation for you. You want to pay school fees of your children, that is an obligation. Okay, all these things are your obligations basically. Right, so now next, okay, now we have come to tax rates. So this is the tax rate table of your current assessment year. First one you can see is individual HUF, AOP, BOI, and AJP. AJP is what? Artificial juridical person or artificial judicial person. Both are same. Okay. Individual HUF, AOP, BOI, and AJP. For these, there is one rate. Even for surcharge, we'll have something called a surcharge. I'll tell you about that later. So even for that, for these four, it is same. For the two, then you have got of all persons, two are business persons, correct? One is firm, one is company. They particularly do business, these two. Okay. So normally most of the things for these two are common or similar, I can say. Okay, because both are business entities. Then your local authority, that is little different. Okay, that table is also little different. Reason being, local authority is a public authority, right? So the amount it collects is huge. So that's why you cannot compare it with these collections. Okay. Right? So now here, so this table now for current previous year, that is 2020, 21, 22, 2021, 22. Okay, 2021, 22. That's your current previous year. Now also for December attempt, same previous year, same assessment year as was there for your June attempt. Okay, there is no change. Okay, so here up to 2.5 it is nil. There is no change in your tax rates and all are same. If you had attempted the last attempt, then you don't have to worry. There are most of the things are same. Okay, if anything is changing, I'll tell you specifically. Okay, in comparison with the last attempt. Up to 2.5 lakhs is nil. 2.5 to 5 lakhs 5%. Okay, so this 2.5 to 5 lakhs is how much? 2.5 lakhs, correct? 2.5 lakhs into 5% will come to 12,500. So always remember this, it will help you in solving problems quickly. That for this slab, 2.5 to 5 lakhs, 5% tax will be 12,500. Next, above 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, it's 20%. So this is how much? 5 lakhs in all, correct? 10 lakhs minus 5 lakhs is 5 lakhs into 20% is 1 lakh. So remember this. Okay. So this whole thing here, okay, till income till 10 lakhs. If you are someone has an income of 10 lakhs and he has got no deduction, okay, he has got no deduction at all, income till 10 lakhs, okay, then what will be his tax? 1,12,500. So this you should remember. It will help you in solving problems quickly. Okay, 1,12,500. So this is your this is for other individual. Here they have said other individual, correct? So why other individuals? So this is for that individual, okay, who is a resident. Okay, this is for that individual who is a resident, okay, but is not a senior citizen or super senior citizen. Senior or super senior. Senior means 60 years of age, super senior 80 years of age. For these two ages, you have got separate tables. ठीक है, ये टेबल समझ में आ गया होगा आप लोग को मेरे ख्याल से. ओके, तो आप लोग का ये टेबल देख लीजिए, बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट टेबल है ये. ठीक है, और ये फिगर्स याद रखना है आपको. अप टू अबाउट 2.5 to 5 lakhs इंटू 5% करेंगे तो 12,500 आता है. और ये वाला जो है इसका टैक्स आता है 10,000. सो ये दोनों फिगर्स याद रखिए, जल्दी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने में हेल्प करेगा. ओके, देन super senior citizen, see before
sir, local authority have exemption from income tax as well.
Yeah, local authority, yeah, we'll come to that. Okay, so now this one, next is your senior citizen. Okay, for senior citizen, if you see, up to 3 lakhs is nil. Okay, so if you see the above one, up to 2.5 lakhs was nil, correct? So for senior citizen, it is up to 3 lakhs, which is nil. Okay, and then next is, so now after this, what was the second slab? Up to 5 lakhs, correct? So now here up to 3 lakhs is nil. So just go ahead from 3 lakhs. 3 to 5 lakhs is 5%. These two are same. These two are same as here. Okay, Fine. So this is senior citizen. Super senior is up to 5 lakhs is nil fully. Till here it is nil. And then these two are same again. So these last two are same for all three. Just remember. Okay. These two are same for all. See this here, here, here. Okay. 20% and 30%. So these are basically your slab rates. Now this is what is called as your old rate also, old scheme also. Okay. And so if nothing has been mentioned, then you'll have to use these rates only in your exam. And this is the definition of senior citizen and super senior citizen. It is 60 years or 80 years at any time during the previous year. Okay. So even your relevant previous year is 2021-22. So even if he is becoming a senior, his birthday is on March 31st, 2022. Okay. This is the birthday, and on this date, he is becoming 60 years or 80 years of age. Then he'll fall within the definition. Okay. So anytime during the previous year, he can become a senior citizen or super senior citizen. ठीक है? यहाँ पे हमने ये क्या देखा? Definition देखा super senior और senior citizens का. Okay. तो यहाँ पे आप ये है याद रखना है कि at any time during the relevant previous year वो senior citizen बन सकता है. यानी 80 years या 60 years हो रहे हैं last day of the previous year में, still he will become a senior citizen or super senior as the case may be. ठीक है? तो ये है आपका second point. Now this is an alternative tax regime which is called as 115 BAC. Okay, section 115 BAC. Okay, so this just gives you another way of paying taxes. Okay, so now if you see slab for this, and this is applicable only for individual and HUF. Okay, only for individual and HUF, right? And you have an option whether you take this or you take the above one. And if you see this slab, see up to 5 lakhs, there is no change. Okay, there is no change up to 5 lakhs. After that, if you see in the second two lines, if I say 5 to 10 lakhs, there it was 20%. Okay, 5 to 10 lakhs was 20%, correct? Here you can see it is 10% here and 15% here. Okay, so this definitely is advantageous, right? This is advantageous, correct? You have got less tax rate. So similarly, next slab also, if you see, now after over 10 lakhs, there is a flat rate of 30%, correct? Above we saw. Here, now 10 to 12.5, you are getting 20%. 12 lakh 50,000 to 15 lakhs, you are getting 25%. So there is a benefit, right? Till here. Now above 15 lakhs, it comes back to normal at 30%. Okay. So then you will say that anyone will go for this slab only. I mean, section 115 BSc only. But there's a catch here that you will not get any deductions. There are very, very few deductions which you will get here. So that's why what is done is certain exemptions and deductions are not available. And what is not available, I will not tell you at this stage because we have just started now. You at this stage, you do not know what are deductions and all that. Once we talk about all that, okay, I'll bring you back to this, okay, and I'll explain you which are the exemptions and deductions which are not available here. So you can just remember that most of it are not available. Okay, so what you have to do, any person, see, you can opt for this every year. So it's not that this year you have not opted, then next year you cannot take. It is not like that. ठीक है? तो आप इसको कभी भी ले सकते हो. इस साल नहीं लिया, आपने नेक्स्ट ईयर ले सकते हो आप. ओके, तो आपके पास ऑप्शन है या ये यूज करो या ऊपर जो मैंने बताया वो आप यूज करो. दोनों में से एक आप यूज कर सकते हैं. ये दिखता ऑन द फेस ऑफ इट, ये दिख रहा है एडवांटेजेस, बट इसमें आपको कोई डिडक्शंस नहीं मिलते हैं. वो बहुत मेजर हैम्पर है इसका. Okay, it hampers your tax a lot. So, but in some cases it is beneficial. So what you have to do actually is, कोई shortcut नहीं है, ठीक है? Calculate tax as per this table. Then calculate tax as per that. Whichever is beneficial, go for it. That's it. Okay. So what are exactly those deductions and all which are not available? I will show you at a later stage. Okay. So we have it here, but now at this stage, I do not want to show you all these things, because once we do uh, deductions from gross total income and certain other heads of income and all these things will be familiar to you. Now, if I show you, will not understand anything. Okay. So that's why we will see that later. Okay. So rebate under section 87A is allowed. Rebate under section 87A is given till income is 5 lakhs. Okay. So it was given last year. This is available now also. Okay. So let income up to 5 lakhs doesn't have to pay any tax. So above we had seen, I showed you what was the tax for this line, 12,500, correct? I said we should remember this. Okay. So if your tax is up to 12,500, you will get complete deduction of tax. You will not have to pay anything. That is your rebate under section 87A. Okay. So that is allowed in this also. So basically, if your income is up to 5 lakhs, it doesn't make a difference which table you are into. Okay. So now I will show you what is rebate under section 87A. Okay. So now, first thing first, this rebate is applicable only to resident individual. What is resident, what is non-resident, we'll see in the next chapter, which will be starting after this. Okay. So it's not even applicable to HUF. Remember that. Okay, it's applicable only to resident individual. Okay, right? And what is condition? Total income is up to 5 lakhs. If your total income is up to 5 lakhs, then no tax. That is the short concept of it. So here they're saying lower of tax liability and 12,500. It means they're saying that up to 12,500, no tax. And 12,500 is the tax we know when your income is 5 lakhs dot, correct? So that means it says that if your tax liability is up to 12,500, that is your income, you do not have any deductions, and you have got maximum, you have got 5 lakhs. Till that, you will get complete deduction of tax. Okay, so we'll see some examples of this. It will be even more clearer after that. It is net income, Kangaraj, okay, not gross. Net income. Okay. So these are some examples of rebate. After this, it will be very, very clear for you. See what is written here. One is SSC. What kind of SSC it is, that we will see in this line. Okay. And then the residential status. Okay. We know that you will get rebate only for resident individual. If anyone is non-resident here, then he will not get. Okay. And SSC should be an individual. Other than individual will not get rebate. Okay. That's how we'll see these two lines. Okay. So next is the total income. Okay. So whenever total income is mentioned, it's not gross total income, it is your net income. Okay. Total income will be net income. Otherwise, it will be mentioned as gross total income, GTI. Okay. So then, so now next third one is total income will be given to you. They will be giving, and then this is tax on the above. Income and tax is given both. This is the income and this is the tax. We'll see all that. Okay. These both will be given, and we have to say we have to give answer here whether rebate is needed or not. Okay. This line is for reason. If there's no rebate, why there is no rebate. If rebate is given, what is the tax after rebate? Okay. So one by one we'll do this. First thing is, let us just see who the SSC is. Okay. See here. This is individual. Senior citizen is also an individual, correct? And this is also individual. This is HUF. Okay. So will HUF get rebate? So will not get rebate, correct? So if you see, that's why here rebate will be nil. Okay. Whatever is given now, I'll just show this. Whatever is given midway, okay, that is immaterial. All these things. Okay, total income tax, it's all not material because it is in HUF year. Year itself we understood that there is no rebate here. ठीक है, तो पहले अभी हमने क्या देखा यहाँ पे, ये हम रिबेट के एग्जांपल्स कर रहे हैं, रिबेट अंडर सेक्शन 87 है। ओके, यहाँ एसएससी फर्स्ट दिया गया है, तो रिबेट सिर्फ इंडिविजुअल को मिलता है। ओके, रेसिडेंट इंडिविजुअल, तो इसलिए एचयूएफ को नहीं मिला। एचयूएफ यहाँ दिखा कि सीधा हमने यहाँ पे नील डाल दिया, कुछ और देखना ही नहीं है आपको। ओके, ठीक है, और यहाँ पे जैसे इफ यू वांट टू सी द रीजन, एसएससी इज नॉट एन इंडिविजुअल। ओके, ठीक है, टैक्स आफ्टर रिबेट वो है, देयर इज नो रिबेट, सो जो टैक्स है वैसे ही रह जाएगा, टैक्स विल रिमेन लाइक दैट। ओके, सो एट दिस स्टेज आपका जो यू आर जस्ट गोइंग थ्रू इनिशियल स्टेजेस राइट नाउ। ओके, सो don't worry about computation of tax at this stage. Okay, so just we are just familiarizing ourselves with some basic provisions, that's all. Right, so this is one. So now let us see the second one here. Now we know that he needs to be a resident, correct? This one is non-resident, correct? 5 is non-resident, so I can say straight away this is going to be nil. Okay, whatever is written here, I can show you, but it's not useful at all. So we will not even see that, whatever figures they have put. Just if you want to just go for the tax after rebate. Okay, so this is it, and your again reason here is non-resident. Okay, and your tax after rebate will be same. This is going to be the same. Okay, right? So now basically we have to find out rebate for these 3 people. First 2 are, they will not get rebate. Now let's see what is the total income here and tax on total income here. Okay, so total income is, no, so total, leave total income, tax is already given. So okay, these are the tax values. If you want, you can calculate it as well. Okay, so this will be what, up to 2,50,000 is nil. So 2,40,000 into 5% will be a 12,000. Okay, similarly for this will be 2,50,000 into 5%, 12,000 into 20%, that will be 14,900. Okay, so this is how this tax will be computed here, right? So any doubt on any smaller things which I have not understood, you can also ping me and ask me. Okay, so in this case now, see here, in these 2 cases, total income is above 5 lakhs. So condition, what was the condition for rebate? Income should be up to 5 lakhs. That is first condition, remember. Okay, income has to be up to 5 lakhs. Okay, if income is above 5 lakhs, he will not get rebate. So these 2 rebate will be nil. Okay, okay, and the reason will be what? Total income exceeds 5 lakhs. Okay, if there's no rebate, then they'll have to pay tax, whatever it is. Okay, now in this case, he will get rebate. It is under 5 lakhs. So he'll get rebate, and tax is, say, it's under 12,500, correct? Income should be under 5 lakhs, up to 5 lakhs maximum. Okay, so he will get full rebate here in this case, 12,000. Okay, it's complete rebate. And if he's getting a rebate of 10,000, what will be tax after rebate? 0. This becomes 0. Okay, reason is not required here as such. Okay, there's no reason because he's getting the rebate. So given the reason where there is no rebate. Okay, understood? So this is your surcharge table. Okay, surcharge table. Now this is for individual HUF, AOP, BOI. Same thing is for AJP also. Okay, AJP is not written in your study material. Okay, so if you want, we can write it also. Okay, and here whatever I have written is, it is charged on tax. Remember this. Okay, surcharge is never on income. Earlier, whatever tax rate we applied, it is on income, right? On this income we applied. Here, on this income we applied tax rate. 2,50,000 was nil. Next 2,40,000 into 5%. We got 12,000. Okay. So it was on income, but surcharge is on this tax actually. Surcharge will be charged on this tax. Okay. Now this is a very small figure. So less than 50 lakhs, there will be no surcharge, but I'm just telling you for comparison sake, surcharge will be charged on tax, not on the income. Okay. So here individual HUF, AOP, BY and AJP also, it is the same. Okay. Then here, if you see, one is here up to 50 lakhs, 0. Okay. So there's no surcharge when your total income is up to 50 lakhs. Okay. You are seeing total income only to find the rate of surcharge, but you will apply the rate of surcharge to the calculated tax. Okay. You will not apply it on income. Okay. Up to 50 lakhs is 0, 50 lakhs to 1 crore is 10%, 1 crore to 2 crore is 15%. You just have to remember this. Okay. 2 to 5 crore is 25%, and more than 5 crores is 37% constant. Right? Remember always that it is charged on tax. ठीक है, this is about your surcharge. ठीक है, तो मेरे हिसाब से आपको समझ में आ गया होगा, ये सिंपल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड था. तो सरचार्ज का ये टेबल आपको याद रखना है, किस किस पे एप्लीकेबल है याद रखना है. ये टेबल इंडिविजुअल HUF, AOP, BY और AJP, टैक्स का भी वही है, सरचार्ज का भी वही है. तो ये सब साथ में चलते हैं बेसिकली, और इंडिविजुअल HUF, AOP, BY और AJP मोस्टली इनके सारी चीजें सिमिलर होती है. ओके ओके ओके, और याद रखना बस सरचार्ज इज चार्ज ऑन टैक्स. ठीक है, तो ये आप यूज कर रहे हो ये इनकम to find out what is the rate of surcharge. Okay, once you know the rate of surcharge, you will apply this not on income but on the calculated tax. ठीक है. ओके देन, अच्छा ये वाला जो पॉइंट है एट दिस स्टेज आपके लिए बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, इट्स नॉट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. देयर आर सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ एसएससीज, ठीक है, व्हिच वी विल सी लेटर ऑन, बिकॉज़ नाउ राइट नाउ you have not reached that level to understand it. There are three things for dividend and some types of capital gains. Surcharge will be limited to 15. So this surcharge will not go over 15 for three things they have mentioned. Okay, one is dividend. Okay, and this is two types of capital gains. This is one short-term capital gain, one type of short-term capital gain. There are only three incomes which fall under this 111A and 112A. Okay. Okay, it's called, just I'm showing you. Okay. Equity shares. Okay. Units of equity oriented fund and units of business trust. So these three things are there. Okay, on which, and all these should be listed. Okay, all these three are listed. So for this, if there is a short-term capital gain, then 111 capital A applies. Otherwise, for long-term capital gain, 112 capital gain applies. Okay. So now what is this? Now don't break your head on this at this stage. Okay. When we go through your PGBP capital gains and all that, then you'll automatically start understanding the meanings of these terms, which is why when at the end we will come back, these things will make a lot more sense to you. Okay, so yeah, so for this last sentence I have written, remember in short, that is what you require right now at this level. Okay, so just remember in short that for dividend and certain capital gains, okay, your surcharge will be only up to 15%. It will not exceed 15% for those incomes. Okay, this is this part. And then health and education cess. So there's something called an education cess. This is applied on tax. It is 4% on tax liability after surcharge. So surcharge we saw. The first you will have tax. You'll compute tax using your rate table. Say I've got tax of 5 lakhs. Okay. So then you will see if surcharge is applicable. Okay. If it is applicable, let us say, and surcharge is 50,000, assume. Okay. So now total of this is what? 5,50,000. correct? So in this, in the end, towards the end, you will add a 4% health and education cess. It's called HEC. Okay, always. Okay, for any income, you have to add this. And you have to add it on this figure, 5,50,000. That is tax plus surcharge. Okay, so 4% of 5,50,000, if I compute, this will be how much into 4%? It will be 22,000. Then just add these two and you will get the final tax liability. Okay, this is how it is done. So this is your, this is called as health and education cess, HEC in short. It is used generally, the short terminology is used, that is HEC, applicable to all kinds of SSC. Rate is 4% constant for any SSC. Okay. So next we are coming to marginal relief. Okay, this is a very important concept, and we come to marginal relief because of surcharge. Okay, because of surcharge, there is a need to look at marginal relief. Okay, so let us just take a look at this small case study. Okay, and then you will directly understand why marginal relief is required without me telling anything. Okay, so here compute tax liability of an SSC, 52 years they have given. Okay, so nothing is given, assume as a resident SSC. Nothing is given on residential status, you can always assume that it is a resident, right? So now case 1 is 49,90,000. Case 2, that's his total income. Okay, and case 2 is what? 50,10,000. Case 3 is 60 lakhs. Okay, so, and we know what is the threshold for surcharge for individual? 50 lakhs. Okay, till 50 lakhs there is no surcharge. 50 lakhs to 1 crore, you have 10% surcharge. Okay, correct. So that's why I have added here one more table called threshold 50 lakhs. Okay, so now here, okay, so let us see. So now first thing, between this and this, how much income is more? 20,000 only. Between the first two, how much income is more? Is only 20,000 is more, correct? Right? Okay. So let's now compute tax for this. We know how to use the rate table. Okay. So first thing will be up to 2,50,000. This is case 1, 2, and 3. This is my threshold. That is, I've added one more case, 50 lakhs here. I've added one more case, exactly 50 lakhs. Okay. So up to 2,50,000 is nil for all of you, all of them. Next 2,50,000 is 5%, so same for all. Next 5 lakhs is 20%, same for all. Balance income. So what will be balance income for case 1? About 10 lakhs will be 39 lakhs 90,000. 39 lakh 90,000 into 30%. You can do in your calculator if you want. 39 lakh 90,000. That is over 10 lakhs, whatever is there, into 30%. You will get this. Similarly, here, what you will say, over 10 lakhs is 40 lakh 10,000. 40 lakh 10,000 into 30%. Okay, similarly, the other two. Correct? So so we have got all tax here till here. Right? Now add all four, add these four, we'll get total tax. Okay, we have got total tax. Now, rebate under 87A, does it apply? No, because all income are way above 5 lakhs. Okay, all income are way above 5 lakhs. So rebate doesn't apply. So this is all nil. So then this liability will be same as the above line. Okay, same as this line. Right? So till here we are all fine, all straightforward till here. Okay. Now next what will, this is the liability till here we had reached, correct? So next is surcharge. Okay. Now first case is less than 50 lakhs. So nil. Surcharge is nil. Second case is above 50 lakhs. Okay. And this is also fourth one is just 50 lakhs. So it is nil here. And above 50 lakhs will be 10%. 10% on this tax. 10% on this, just cut 10, you will get the figure. 10%. It is 131,550. Okay. It's surcharge here. Here again cut 10, 10%. You will get this figure. Okay. Fine. So now you have to add surcharge to the tax liability, correct? If you add it, you are getting these things. Okay, you can check it. You can do it yourself and check it as well. Okay. So these are the figures. Now see the point here which we want to make is here your tax is 13,09,500. Here it is 1447. Now what? How much is this minus this? If you do, you will get 131,550. Okay, so tax liability has increased by 131,550. Whereas we had seen right at the beginning that income increased by only 20,000. So this is unfair, right? You cannot be asked tax more than your income. Correct. So for here, so that's why you need marginal relief. The concept of marginal relief comes. Now to really compare this, we have to understand how much tax has increased just because of surcharge. Okay. For that, we have to compare with the threshold. The reason being here is 49,90,000, like 10,000 tax is also before surcharge. Okay. So we will not be able to compare properly. But here, this is the threshold up to 50 lakhs we have taken. So here we can compare directly. Okay. What I'm saying is, in these four cases which we had here, okay, in the first one, this is 49,90,000. So for the next 10,000, there was no surcharge, correct? So we cannot compare it, okay, neatly. So to compare to get the real impact of, although we have understood that there is some problem that we have understood here, okay, that okay, income has increased by 20,000, surcharge by 1,37,550. That is the problem that has to be corrected, okay. So here, so basically, the best way to compare is with 50,000. So this is 50,000 and this is case 2 is 50,000, 50 lakh 10,000. This is 50 lakhs, this is 50 lakhs 10,000. Okay, so now if we see what is this is the income, this is the tax in total, correct? So if I just find out here, this minus this, okay, 1,34,450. That's the difference in tax, and increase in income is 10,000 here, correct? 50 lakhs to 50 lakh, 50 lakhs to 50 lakhs 10,000. Okay, so now, so this is the scenario now. So here if I show you same thing, okay, this is 1447,050, that is this one. See, this is coming here, same thing, okay, this is here, correct? So this minus this, what we are going to get here, which you have already computed, 134,550. So let me just compute here again for you. Here I'm just to show you this minus this. So 134,550, correct? So now what government says is, okay, your tax says 50 lakhs, till 50 lakhs there was no surcharge. So over 50 lakhs, now your income has gone over 50 lakhs, your taxes has increased by 134,550. So what you do, you pay as lower of the two. Whatever your income has increased above 50 lakhs, that or your tax, whichever is lower, that you pay. That's what government says. Okay. So in this case, what this person will have to pay now is, okay, extra. Okay, he will not have to pay 1,34,550. He'll have to pay 10,000 only. the income which was more than 50 lakhs. Okay. So now what has happened? Okay, this was a this was supposed to be surcharge liability like 134,550. So now they are saying pay only 10,000. So if you deduct 10,000 from this, this is actually the relief which he has got. Correct? Or he had to pay this much. Okay. Government is saying pay only this. What is the relief which he has got? 134,550 minus 10,000 is the relief. So this relief is called marginal relief. Okay. So this is a little bit like for if you are listening to it for the first time, then you might have to go through it once and then you will understand. First time you might get the logic, but you will have to just look at the figures a bit. Okay. Right. So that is called as marginal relief. So here, and how it is calculated, the same way as I showed you. This is income tax plus surcharge, your final income tax figure with surcharge. Okay. Entire marginal relief concept is before cess. Okay. You're talking about correcting the excess surcharge charged. So after it is surcharge that is corrected, then you get the correct surcharge. And then you will add tax and surcharge, then cess will come. So marginal relief is a pre-cess concept. So don't worry about cess when you're talking about marginal relief. So this is whatever is the income, just calculate total income surcharge like that. Then next is take this income on 50 lakhs. It is handy to remember this figure 13,12,500. Income tax on 50 lakhs, okay, will be 13,12,500 exactly on 50 lakhs. Okay. And then you deduct the income. So if this is positive, then that means you always have a marginal relief. If this comes to zero or negative, then there is no marginal relief. Okay. Reason being your tax has not exceeded your income like happened here. Okay. So if this should be a positive figure. And here, see, this formula is written. It is the same thing. I put it in vertical fashion so that you will understand it clearly. Okay. So you can see this income tax plus surcharge. It is the same thing. Less income on 50 lakhs. So less income on 50 lakhs. Less income minus 50 lakhs. That is this excess of income over 50 lakhs. So this also. Yes. Okay. This is the same thing which we have shown here like this. Okay. It's not applicable to cess. It's a pre-cess concept. Like you are correcting your surcharge here. Okay. So right. So now one more thing I can tell you. Another thing. So how much relief you have got? Tell me in this case. So how much tax you have to pay? Yeah, 10,000. Okay. But actually, for all income which was above 50 lakhs was 10,000. Correct. Any income which is above 10 lakhs, above 10 lakhs income, you have to pay a tax of 30% anyways. Correct. So that is, so out of this 10,000 also your tax liability was 30% here also. That is 3,000. 3,000 was your general tax liability only. Okay, so what is it that you have paid extra here? 7,000 is what you have paid extra, correct? So government said, okay, let us limit you at your income. But still, so although you were earlier paying more than your income, that's why this was given. But here also, frankly speaking, your tax should have been 3,000, 30%. So you are paying this 7,000 extra. Okay. So this is what actually you are paying as surcharge, right? Because of that surcharge only, you have to pay this 7,000 extra. Okay. So that's why this is called as effective surcharge. It is actually what you had to pay. Yeah. Okay. Next table I'll show you. Then this also you will understand more. So now next what we are doing here is now same thing we are giving marginal relief we have calculated, right? This is 124,550. You give that relief and compute the correct tax liability. Okay, that we are doing here in this table. Now till here there is no change. Okay, same table, same, exactly the same till here till your tax liability, it is exactly the same. Okay. Even next surcharge also you add here. Okay. And add these two, and till here it is the same as above. Okay. Till this line, there is no change. So here what you are giving is the relief which we computed above 124 250, that you are computing. That what this means is your surcharge actually is not this much relief you have got. Okay. So this much you have got relief. So which is why now from this tax you will deduct this relief and you will get this. This is now your tax liability. Okay. After taking into consideration marginal relief. So now you can also see here this effective surcharge which I mentioned. Okay. So if you see from effective surcharge point of view also, see this surcharge earlier was how much? 131,550. Okay, surcharge came to 131,550. But I said actually how much you paid was 7,000, correct? Because 30% was tax out of 10,000. 7,000 is the excess you paid. So you paid 7,000. Okay, actually what you paid was 7,000 extra. So now if you take here, see this is your tax liability and this is the effective surcharge which you have paid extra. Add these two, again you will get the same figure here. The two way of computing it. Okay. One is like we're using effective surcharge. So basically, this is your tax liability. Okay. On this, you had to add surcharge, common general logic. But surcharge, what is the effective surcharge that we calculated? It was 7,000. So add only 7,000 to this and you will get this. That is the first way to look at it. Second way to look at it is your tax plus surcharge is this, marginal relief calculated at this minus this will give you this again, same. Now is health and education says 4%. You can compute on this line. Okay. So once you get this, so final tax is rounded off as I told you, and you will get this figure. Okay. Now let us see the last line here. The one in red, which is case 3, where tax was 60 lakhs. Okay. So how much is it above 50 lakhs? 10 lakhs. Okay. Income above 50 lakhs is 10 lakhs here. So 60 lakhs, correct? So now let us see how much is his liability after surcharge. This is after surcharge. This is the first table. Yeah, we'll just use the first table here. Okay. So here in the second case, liability after surcharge is 1773. So let us find for this also. This is 1773 minus 1447. Sorry, minus 1312. 1312 is the threshold 50 lakhs, right? I'm just finding how much is the tax and surcharge above the threshold. Here it is 461, but income has increased by 10 lakhs. The income increases more, there is no question of surcharge. That's why the third case is not a surcharge item. Okay. So just remember, marginal relief is available to all persons. Okay, why? Because it is unfair, right? If your income is 40,000, I'm asking you tax of 5 lakhs. It is unfair to any person, be it a company or be it whoever it is, correct? If it is unfair, then it has to be corrected. So it is available to all persons. Now this is next is your firm or LLP. Okay. Now for this, your tax rate, you have a flat tax rate of 30%. Okay. Flat tax rate of 30%. There's no slab for firm or LLP. Surcharge, income up to 10 crore is nil. Okay. So earlier in our earlier case, what was it started from what 50 lakhs, correct? Here it is up to 10 lakhs for firm or LLP. 10 lakhs is nil, more than 1 crore is 12%. Okay. Marginal relief will be available for everyone, so we don't even need to write this. Cess will be same always. Okay. This is all for your firm. Now for company, you have domestic company and foreign company, which we had seen. Okay, so for domestic company, this is the tax rate. So you always have to see total turnover or gross receipts. This is the total turnover. Okay, not net income. We are seeing turnover, total turnover or gross receipts during 2019-20. Two previous years before, you have to see always. It should, if it is up to 400 crore, then 25%, otherwise 30%. Why we see up to two previous years is for the for the gross receipts turnover figure to get finalized, it needs some time. Okay, so first of all, there is assessment here, then there can be some corrections and all that. So immediately you don't have the final figure of your turnover. Okay, so which is why always you get these rates based on turnover figures 2 years back. Your previous year is 2020, 21, 22. So this is 1920, 2 years back. Okay, so this is 25 and 30%, foreign companies 40%. So you will not need all these rates at this stage. Okay, now let's say next two, at least for next 2.5 months, you're not going to see any rate. You will see it later on. So you won't require rates in the next two months at least. Okay, so then last is surcharge for company, and here also you have income up to 1 crore. Here also it's 1 crore, domestic and foreign company. Okay, up to 1 crore is nil, and here it is exceeds 1 crore up to 10 crore is 7%, foreign company is 2%, exceeds 10 crore is 12% for domestic company, and here it is 5%. Of course, these two are available. These two are same. Okay. Okay. Which one, Kanakraj? The revenue. So you will include all kind of receipts. Okay. Include all kinds of receipts. Okay. So that is it. So I think so. This chapter is over now. What you can just do is we can just log off now, and if you can log in back again, I'll just start the residential status chapter. It's in 2 minutes. I'll start it. Okay. After 2 minutes, you can join in. That is. Basically, we will log this session off, so you will have a separate video for it. And next chapter, we can have a new video. Okay. So which is why I'm logging off now. Okay. So please join back. Yeah, I think in a minute, 8:10 you can join back. 8:10. Okay. Thank you.